Alright, back from the little drilling escapade from earlier in the video. As you can see, things did not work out as planned. Basically, it's foobarred. You know, the first one actually came out pretty good. It just still had to get cleaned up a little bit, but the fan fit in there. The hole in the fan fit perfectly. Pretty much on center. And I was trying to do the same thing with this one, to have the two fans, but didn't work out. Basically, what happened was, as you can see, where I had center punched, and actually what I should have done is I should have used one of the holes instead of center punching in between some of the holes. But even then it probably would have happened anyway. But basically the center drill bit started wobbling and basically caused the hole saw to wobble completely, as you can see, and basically it's shot. But anyway, did some brainstorming while I took some time to get something to eat. And the reason why I have all this tape here is this whole area I'm going to cut out. So this will end up as one big rectangular opening, and it actually comes out. The width is 7 3/16. I believe it was. I've been sitting here playing with the ruler so long. Yeah, 7. 1, 2, yeah, 7 3/16. So basically, once I have that cut out, clean up the edges. I have an old Lee and Lee case, and just so happens I saved all the parts, and not what I was saving it for. I just figured I'd hold on to it. Maybe I can bring the case back to life. That was my first build ever back in 2005, and basically I really jumped into it without really taking the time to think about modding the case and so forth. And so the case is kind of it's still usable. I guess it could be salvaged with a fair amount of work, but it's kind of small, and it's also an inverted motherboard type case. Believe it was the V1200 I had, I think it was. Anyway, this is the one side panel without the window. As you can see, it's a lot heavier gauge aluminum. I don't know if I'm too close to the camera, but I'm using the little light off the camcorder itself. So, but it is a lot heavier gauge aluminum. Looks like it's about an 1/8 of an inch thick almost, maybe a little, just a hair under. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a rectangle larger than this hole, probably by about maybe a 1/2 inch or so on either side. The back side I'm going to have to be careful because it still has the little cutouts for water cooling hoses to go either in or out of the case, depending on how it would be set up for water cooling. Since I'm not doing water cooling on this case, but I still don't want to I don't want to cover those up. I want to leave those accessible. So I don't have a lot of room in the back here. Basically, right at the edge of the tape, really can't tell in the video, but the little cutouts, they're actually held in with screws, but there's one on each side over here, and so I can only go so far without covering them up, and I really don't want to cover them up. So but going side to side, I have plenty of room to play with, and basically excuse me, that's going to go over the hole with the 120 millimeter cutouts for the two fans, and then a couple of custom fan grills that I designed that I have to get made up yet at a machine shop. But that's the way that's going to come out. That's going to be one of the last things I'm worried about right now. But and then that's basically it for now. I did get the one part that I was going to I didn't get to earlier with the video. Let's see. Hurt my wrist the other day. All right. This is where the I/O port is going. Is actually mounted. It was up here up top where I closed up this hole here. And like I said, my daughter had helped me do a lot of the cutouts. And you know, considering for 14 years old and never used power tools in her life, you know, I can't say she did too bad. So I took one of these old 5 1/4 bay blanks, and with the Dremel cut out a little piece here that basically fits in here perfect. I'll get some wax paper behind there with some of the painter's tape, put it in, and with some of the JB Weld, cover it up. This gray gook that's on here, that's going to get scraped off, but I was going to try and use this plastic aluminum. Garbage. Not worth the effort or the time, and you really need to use it in a well ventilated place, because it's almost like sniffing a bottle of nail polish remover. That's how strong it is, and it smells like nail polish remover. But I tried using that instead. I put some wax paper behind it with and holding it in with painter's tape, and see if I can fill it in with that. Didn't work. It said it took 24 hours to cure. I waited well over 24 hours, and once I took off the wax paper and the painter's tape, I just gently pressed on it, and it literally crumbled away. So that's why you see this gray here, which I'm really not too concerned about, because all this is going to get sanded down anyway, grinded down, what do you want to call it, cleaned up. So basically that's what this little piece is here for, is to take up the majority of the gap, and then use the JB Weld to fill in the rest. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. As far as the cutout on the top here, I was talking to my neighbor who does the auto body work and auto body restoration. He might be able to do it, but he doesn't have any type of equipment to work with this kind of stuff. So he's going to see if he can get me in touch with somebody else who has much better equipment and not hand tools. Hand tools are not easy to work with modding cases. It definitely takes a lot of practice. But And with my situation, it's even harder. And now my daughter's getting older. Still, she's not a power tool person. But that's where I am right now. I'll add more and update the video hopefully very shortly. All right, that's it for now.